Yes, we need to.
No!
So he told the police the injury was obtained by him putting his head into the window.
You were sleeping and your daughter attacked you?
Yeah.
Nobody deserves this stuff like this and like that, man. I don't deserve it.
Stage 267, the respondent Bravo for a 33-year-old male has been involved in a domestic dispute. Has some lacerations to his face with bleeding.
30-year-old male, conscious breathing, laceration, bleeding is traumatic.
So when you're thinking of a traumatic injury, I'm thinking it's life-threatening. That's my initial thought. Traumatic injuries equal possibility of death.
Check his C-spine when we get there, make sure that's all good.
What if he doesn't have a spine?
If he doesn't have a spine, there might be an issue.
A jellyfish?
Maybe he's a jellyfish, you never know.
So we pull up on scene. The patient has a bandage already. That's been done by the police who carry first aid kits.
Okay, I'll grab the bandage kit and the monitor.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi. Hi, I'm a paramedic.
Patient's very worked up. We need to calm him down so we can get a full story and find out what's going on so that we can treat him accordingly.
Can I check you out? Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna check you out, okay?
Our next step is finding out what the mechanism of injury is.
Listen, his head went through the window. He put his head into the window, so he's got a gash.
Can you get that guy out of there?
I need you to listen to me. Yep. Okay, where are you hurt?
Guys, we were just checking to see what the damage was here. How in the world? Apparently he slammed his head into the window somehow. Don't know exactly how, but...
Let's get you up on your feet.
So he told the police the injury was obtained by him putting his head into the window.
Okay, come over here to my truck. I'm gonna clean you up. Let's have a look at your eye.
I'm thinking, when you look at the injury and the way he looks and presents,
I want you to sit right here.
you hear the information that's told to you as to why he received the injury he did. They don't match. They don't look like that kind of injury would have occurred from hitting the window.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot of stitches there.
He's gonna put a bandage on here. Here, no, we're going to the hospital. Here, put your head up.
There's information that's given to you, and there's information that you have to obtain. And you have to do a little bit of investigational work to find out how it happened. And it's not always just point blank.
Okay, I'm gonna take a blood pressure here. Inside of the house or the outside?
He said he put his head into the window.
It looks like...
He hit his fast pound and trying to get into the house and smash the window.
Did he get in the house or out of the house?
To try and get in.
Pressure here. Okay, we got you, man. Okay.
I wish I would die.
When we go to the hospital, the doctors and nurses want to know what happened. How did this guy receive this injury?
So we don't know if he put his head through it or if he... It sounds like he was in a fight in the yard.
You're telling me you got this injury or received this injury somehow, but it doesn't make sense.
Tell me to fight the river, man.
It's okay. It's okay. Can I put this on your finger?
So then you have to ask the police, you have to ask other people around, you have to be an investigator. That patient was transported to the emergency department. He received 14 stitches. He was then sent for a CT scan to make sure there was no internal bleeding in his head, and after that, he was released into police custody.
I'm happy to say he's doing much better now.
Before I got into EMS, I was a carpenter. I enjoyed what I was doing, but it just wasn't fulfilling.
1967 copies.
I want to help people. I want to see that I'm making a difference. Every aspect that I look for is fulfilled by this job.
What do you think the night's gonna bring us tonight?
I don't know, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how the night goes.
You never know what you're gonna get.
And there's a guy trying to get killed. Whoa, we almost had a patient.
That would have sucked.
He almost got hit by a car on his bicycle.
Stage 267, the respondent Bravo for an unknown aged male has a laceration to his forehead. Unknown what happened.
We are heading to a residence. Sounds like involved in some sort of domestic dispute. And city police are on scene requesting us lights and sirens.
When we walk into the house, we really need to be aware of the possible dangers. Could be multiple people, there could be weapons. We need to be aware of our surroundings.
Why don't we grab a seat here and can you take off your hat for me? I just want to get a good look at you. Tell me what happened. I'm just gonna check you out, okay?
I'm not too sure actually. I either got clubbed or kneed to
Clubbed
the
or
head.
knee? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you lose consciousness at any point?
No, I didn't.
No?
I just
No bumps on your head or neck?
No, just a nice little gash.
How many times was he hit?
Once.
Was he knocked unconscious?
No, not at all.
Have you guys been drinking?
He has. I just came home from my soccer game.
And how do you know him?
That's my brother.
Do you know who got you?
Yeah, just a brotherly argument.
Okay. We'll get you out to our truck here and get you dressed up, okay? Get you clean. Now,
You got shoes?
Yeah, I just got my shoes right inside here.
These brothers definitely had a disagreement. Sounds like they had already solved their issues by the time we got there. We just needed to kind of tidy up after.
Let's have a...
Ah, dude.
so do you know what he hit you with?
He was like rushing me. I had like a golf club.
I'm gonna clean you up here while you're talking, okay?
And then he was like pushed Zach, and he's just like bleeding on the ground.
I hit pretty, rocked pretty good.
He was just like freaking out, like really bad.
It turns out that one of the brothers actually filmed the whole entire fight on his cell phone.
Dude, you were coming at me, so I grabbed the golf club. I grabbed the golf club because you were coming at me. And until I was backing up.
I was like freaking out on him too really bad because I was in the moment. I was like just getting tossed around.
And I told you with the fucking golf club. And then you punched me, dude. You punched me as I told you.
And then I was like bitching at him, and I threw his hat at him, and every time I threw his hat at him, he like turned around and like rushed me at like right in my face. Like listen, because he's on top of me. Look.
Get this guy! I threw your hat at you, man! He came after me, so you might go. Tyson, you're going to jail, man.
I was like, look how much I'm bleeding, man.
Sit back at me. I threw a hat at you, guy. You probably broke my nose again, guy.
That's so ridiculous. Holy crap, man.
Okay.
Pretty silly, eh? I put on
Well.
my jeans backwards.
You got dressed in a rush when you found out people were coming. It's honest mistake. Okay?
All family has issues. I have brothers. We all fight a little bit. Sometimes you hug it out, sometimes you duke it out. At the end of the day, you're still family.
We transported the one brother to the hospital. He received 6 stitches in his forehead. He had a CT scan, and he was released from the hospital.
Most brothers over time figure out how to settle their differences without fighting. The brothers say that they deeply regret what happened that night, and they have since reconciled.
East to 67. City police are on scene with 2 patients involved in a domestic assault. Unknown injuries.
Did they say a domestic?
Said possible domestic, 2 patients. Obviously a family fight.
On the way to the scene, we've got 2 concerns. What kind of injuries are we dealing with? And where is the perpetrator?
Hey. What's going on?
They were both assaulted.
You both got hit?
It's okay. And I seen like lights or something.
Everywhere.
Hit me everywhere. Hit me in the face and the arms.
With these kind of calls, the patients are oftentimes very emotional.
You can stay right here. We can stay right here.
I don't even know, like...
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Anything broken?
I doubt it.
Can you stand up?
You got hit a few times?
Yeah.
In the head?
Yeah.
Does it hurt anywhere I'm touching? I'm trying to hold
Oh.
still.
These women are both really shaken up. They've been in a very emotionally charged situation. They've been assaulted. We need to be able to calm them down so that we can help them.
We're sitting here drinking like whatever, right? And then she started acting up. And I'm like, why?
They started beating her when she came to ask the neighbors for some help.
Nobody deserves this. Nobody deserves this stuff like this and like that, man. For real. I don't deserve it.
So this is not part of what they're doing. This is just
Looks like no one's gonna want to come. They are banged up a little bit, but nothing too serious.
You're gonna file a report with the police, right? And hopefully they'll catch him and...
I hope so. She shouldn't be treated like that, man. I couldn't even help her. I didn't even know how to help her.
The perpetrator of this crime needs to know that his acts are not going to go unpunished. If there are no consequences, then acts like this are just going to keep happening.
How are you doing? All right,
Do you guys have him?
The police have him, yeah. I think they caught him. I hope everything works out for you. It's kind of a tough way to spend the night.
Our role with this kind of call is to let our patient know that we're here for them.
If you change your mind about coming to the hospital, just let us know. We're going to be here for a bit yet.
We need to support them, and we need to make sure that they know that they have the resources and the help that they will need.
Can you kind of give me the backstory before you go?
The unfortunate part with it is a lot of times that the victims never get away from it. They're often drawn right back into the same scenario. Hopefully the two women involved in this incident can get the help they need, and this doesn't happen again.
Both of these women are being very brave tonight and have decided to press charges against the assailant. It's very important for a victim of a domestic assault to make her official report to the police. If a report is never given to the police, the abuse will continue to escalate. The only way to deal with it is to stop being quiet.
Based in 1967, are you responding to my patient with a stab wound to the back? The knife has been removed. Unknown assailant location. City police have 2 units en route, but their ETA is approximately 10 minutes.
What? If the patient has a life-threatening injury, she could bleed out or die within 10 minutes before the scene is secure.
10-4, we copy the details. Are we staging for this?
It is unknown assailant location. You may choose to stage.
Staging is when we're waiting for the police to get on scene to make sure it's safe before we can get in there and treat the patient.
Go in, there's so many of us.
Check it out, yeah.
A stab wound to the box, we want to get there ASAP.
10-4, we're just gonna go.
1967, be advised you've just gotten an update. Assailant is still in the house. You might want to stage.
Staging. So we find out the assailant's still on scene, we're gonna stage.
10-4, we're gonna stage.
It's like, there's no way.
I'm not wearing a vest.
You don't have guns, man.
I got a nephew.
I got a son. It comes down to safety first. We need to protect ourselves before we can help others. Tell them we're staging.
1967, stage 20th and P.
Copy 1967.
City police have just arrived.
Give her, baby.
So now we know the police are on scene, we want to get in there as quickly as possible.
Oh, it's this one.
Based in 1990.
We arrive on scene and the assailant is gone.
What happened? Can you tell us from the start?
Well, she went ballistic on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has a scratch.
Is this an old stab wound here?
Yeah, she stabbed me before.
I can see a scar on the patient's back right next to her spine from a previous attack.
So let's just recap from the start. You were sleeping and your daughter attacked you?
Yeah.
Okay, and she attacked you with a knife? Did you get punched or anything in the face? Yeah, uh-huh. Were you knocked unconscious by the punches?
Well, I tried to fight back.
Okay.
The injury to the patient's back doesn't appear serious, but she has been assaulted and punched in the head numerous times.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I want her arrested.
That's a police thing. Do you want to come to the hospital with us?
No, I don't want to have to.
Actually wanted to. So the call came in a 911 priority 1 coding, which means there is a violent crime in progress. The complainant is the mother of an adult female who assaulted her mom by stabbing her in the back with a knife. That was the information that we had. We'll fan out from here and look for our suspect. She wasn't at scene when we arrived.
It sounds like this mother-daughter relationship, there's been a few issues that have been going on here, and she's been stabbed in the past, assaulted tonight. It sounds like they have a few things to work out.
My mom would lay the boots to me if I ever tried to step out of line like that.
Get the wooden spoon.
Oh, yeah.
2 remain estranged, and the mother says she wants to leave the city.
Hey, EMS is a young profession.
You're right.
You know, stay close to me.
Oh, yeah.
Show you the way.
Okay. So Caleb and I are from a family of 4 boys. I'm not sure how my mom did it. Sports was always big in the house. We were always competitive. Lots of fighting.
This coffee is disgusting.
I was gonna say the complete opposite.
You like it?
I think it's great, yeah.
Oh, it tastes like dirt.
He's not only my brother, but we're best friends as well.
Got a lot to learn, Dane. Got a lot to learn.
Okay.
1967. You're Backing up 1940, they responded for a stabbing. There's now a second patient there.
So it's not a stabbing?
Patient's approximately 20-year-old female who may have taken a overdose.
We're going for some kind of domestic dispute. There's a truck on scene treating a patient who's been stabbed. And we're going for a second patient who's overdosed.
So this girl, I don't even know how old she is. She's wasted drunk.
Yeah.
She's got a history of suicidal.
Just smells like liquor in here.
And these were filled on the 11th.
Okay.
60 tabs, and there's only 18 left for propranolol.
We're told this patient took propranolol, roughly 40 tabs. This could have serious cardiac effects.
This was a domestic assault sort of thing.
So it sounds like there is some kind of altercation that took place. She stabbed a relative, and that person is now being treated by another unit.
Come on, keep coming.
Yeah.
Keep coming.
You're okay.
I need answers to how many pills she took and when she took them.
You can be honest, it's okay. How much pills did you take?
Oh my God, nobody understands.
She's obviously upset, she's intoxicated, and we're not getting any answers.
Yes, we need to.
No!
I feel I have to be assertive with her because she potentially ingested a lethal dose of these pills.
I'm trying to ask you some simple questions, and if you could give me some simple answers. Okay, thank you.
Hello, Poison Center.
Hi, Poison Center. My name is Dane. I'm a paramedic in Saskatoon, and I just wanted to run a case by you here tonight.
I'm just putting these on your chest to check your heart out. Remember when I told you that?
In every overdose, we try to do a 12-lead ECG so we can monitor the patient's heart rate.
I don't want to be like this.
That's a pretty high dosage. What you'll be looking for is a big blood pressure drop, decreased heart rate, and possibly seizures.
Look at this.
Okay, great. All right, thanks a lot. Okay, bye-bye.
You have pills in your bra.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's a ton.
I discover she has a lot of pills stuffed in her bra.
I need a serious
I
answer.
don't know.
So what, did you take a handful? Did you take any?
So it's a relief, but it's also frustrating because she's not being completely honest with us.
The pills that you said you took can be very dangerous to your heart.
We're going to transport her to the hospital where she can be medically cleared, and once she's sober, hopefully she can speak with someone who can help her.
Base 267. You're responding Delta for a 24-year-old male. He has a stab wound to the back of the neck. City police are en route.
1967, 10-4. So when the call comes in to hear stabbing to the neck, I always think, how close is it to the spine? Is this guy going to be paralyzed? How big is the knife? How deep was it put in?
Let's do a really good thorough head to toe and make sure he doesn't have injuries somewhere else. Right?
Sounds good.
With any stabbing, we always assume that the patient has an internal injury.
So here we are.
And that bleeding is a potential. Is he bleeding pretty heavy duty?
Just gonna get your jacket off here, okay? We want to take a real quick look at you. We want to make sure there's no other injuries, okay?
Okay, there's just one stab.
Okay, how's your head feel?
Feels alright, but my neck feels
Okay, jaw, nothing hurts there? Do you know what happened? Can you tell me?
I think it was gang related, but I dropped my gang stuff, so.
Okay.
Sounds like this gentleman was involved in an altercation. Sounds like it could be possibly gang related.
Sometimes if a patient has one prominent injury, I'm gonna open up here and take a look at your chest. They're distracted from any other injuries that they may have. No holes in your chest?
No.
Pain in your stomach anywhere?
Just the one stab.
Okay, no, nothing in the back. I gotta check everything, okay? Stab wounds are very hard to assess. We have no idea how deep it goes. It could have nicked an artery, or it could have hit his spinal cord. Nothing in the back anywhere, Brett. I'm gonna steal those tubes there for a sec. Have a listen to them. Take a big breath. Nice and clear all around ×4. Do you have any numbness, tingling in your fingers?
Absolutely. Well, bring me the light. Bring me your light. You got a light too.
Yeah, I got a light right here. Let's have a look.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Could be.
Okay, does that hurt right there?
Yeah.
I don't know how deep it is, and it's right on his C-spine.
Yeah.
Seeing the location of this stab wound, I'm surprised this guy's standing. If it's right on his spine, he should be dead or paralyzed.
It looks to be C3-4 area.
When I look up, it hurts.
Don't look up, okay?
We're taking every precaution, okay? It's very important that he stay as still as possible.
Hi, this is Mike. I'm a paramedic with MD Ambulance. Just letting you guys know, we are on scene right now with a 24-year-old with a stab wound to the back of his neck. It looks to be about 1.5 to 2 inches wide, but it's right on his C-spine.
Okay, so this is just a reminder for you to keep your head nice and still, okay?
Just sit right back. Just sit back. Try to keep your head still. We're gonna turn you, and we're gonna lay you flat on the stretcher.
I got you.
Here, bring your arms. Bring your arms into your belly.
We got you.
They're just gonna spin you on Mike's kill.
Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Good man. Just like that. You okay? We're gonna take you to the University Hospital, okay? And they're gonna go over everything that's occurred. We're not asking for names, they're just asking for what happened and why, the reason for the stabbing and how it occurred.
I kicked him in the leg and then I grabbed him.
Yeah.
And then I think he tried to grab me and then I felt a really weird feeling in my neck and I knew right then and there that he stabbed me.
Given what happened to him, he's very fortunate. Imaging showed that the blade missed his spinal cord by millimeters. He walked out of the hospital later that night.